Sweet. So I wanted to make a video today talking about lenses, and I was going to talk about my favourite lens. This probably sounds terrible, doesn't it? The sound. Hang on one second. Alright, this might have exactly what I need. Here we go. Live video unboxing featuring my machete from Vanuatu. Give me like 1 second, I'm just going to do an on-air unboxing. Ooh. Oh, it smells good. Oh, look at that. That should work perfectly. I need instructions. Need that though. Okay. Let me chuck you on here. This video is all of a sudden become an unboxing. And now that that is on, everything should, keyword should, sound great. And if it doesn't, then I bought the wrong mic. Anyway, let's get into the real reason I'm making this video. It wasn't just to go buy a mic for my camera. I wanted to talk about lenses, but more specifically one lens that is probably the best lens that I've ever purchased. It's a pretty big call, but so far it's the best lens that I've ever purchased. The lens I'm going to be talking about today is my Canon Nifty 50 Canon 50mm f1.8. This lens, this is a great lens. Great little lens. So I first got that lens when I had my Canon 760D, and that's a crop. Actually, no. The first time I had the lens with my 1200D, the first ever Canon camera I had, and that was the first lens I purchased. And I loved it on there. I think because it's cropped. 50 is about maybe 70, 80. I can't remember what you times it by. I think it's 1.5 maybe. I don't know. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. So I got that on, I had it on the crop sensor and I loved it on that thing. I loved being able to be kind of like sit far away, and it kind of gave me, with my 60, I kind of now have my 85mm, and that's what kind of the range that gave me. I was able to stand like kind of far back and get shots with people who were kind of far away, and I was able to get a nice depth of field. So I really liked it on the crop sensor, and then I moved to my 760D, which is exactly the same, still loved using it. Now on my 6D, and that's where my 50mm is my true 50. It's like a true 50. It's not like an 80 or whatever. It's actually 50. And I like having it wider. Like I like having the ability to have f1.8 at like a wider kind of range. So it's not exactly more zoomed in. It's more wide, and I get more stuff in. And I still have the ability to have that lower depth of field and be able to get heaps of out of focus stuff and all that kind of stuff. Now, one of the reasons that I'm talking about my 50mm today is with that Vanuatu video that I made, a lot of my shots on that video were shot with the 50. I didn't want to really take too many lenses, so I only took this one that I'm shooting this on, which is my Sigma 24-70 and my Canon 50mm. That's all I took. And the majority of the artsy kind of shots that are in that video, all the shots with heaps of depth of field, all shot on the 50. And I'm still, every time I shoot stuff, whether I'm doing different video shoots or photos or doing stuff for different people, I'm constantly blown away with this lens. Now obviously, of course, this isn't the best 50mm you can get. You can obviously get a 1.4, which is about, I think, $300, maybe even $500, somewhere around that price range. And then you've got your f1.2, which is like $3 maybe, somewhere around there. So yeah, you definitely don't have to go straight for this kind of 1.8. If you want something that's like 1.4 is great, but I don't necessarily own a 1.4. I don't really have that much, I don't have that much money at the moment to kind of buy 1.4 lenses. But every experience that I've had with this 50mm has been good. There's been nothing bad to come from this lens. Everything that I've done, everything I've taken photos with, 3 photos behind me here, if you focus on it, 3 photos at the bottom, those 3, all 3 of them were taking on this 50. And I actually won a competition with all those 3 photos, just taking on this lens. It's a $150 lens. So I guess this video has almost become about not having to spend a lot of money on gear. I mean, I would love to get what, like 3 grand and go buy like all the lenses and camera equipment. But at the end of the day, we don't all have that kind of money. I mean, some of us do, and good on you. But if you don't have that enough money to be able to go buy like $300 lenses or $500 lenses or something, this is a lens that I would definitely recommend that you pick up. Whether you're on a full frame or a cropped sensor, it doesn't really matter. Either way, I think it'll work out great for you. So if you're looking for a lens that's not necessarily heaps expensive, very big, nice and compact, got a massive depth of field, really good for that kind of art shots, and good for portraits as well. I did a few portraits as well, I've done portraits on it. I would definitely highly recommend my Canon 50mm. So yeah, if you've just bought a camera, or maybe you've had a camera for a while and you're in the market to buy a lens that's inexpensive and still great, I'd highly recommend the Nifty 50, as I call it, as other people call it, or the Canon 50mm f1.8. That is this video done, I think. The only other thing I think I have to mention is I want to start posting more and more to this kind of channel that I have. The kind of start of that was that iPhone video that I did, and then I had the Vanuatu video that I made. This is the kind of other video that I made. I want to try start getting it monthly, but even if I started doing it every few weeks or something, start like pumping out content there. This mic will definitely help me start to get some more stuff. I was using like another mic, like a USB mic to record. I'm hoping this sounded good. I'm really hoping that it sounded good and that I didn't just buy a bad mic. Who knows? Maybe there's a review video coming out about this mic that I'm using. Find out next week. Anyway, that's it from me for now. I'll link the lens down below so you can go have a look. Also, if you want to hit that subscribe button, I can't start making money off YouTube until I have about, like, what, 1,000 subscribers. So if you feel like helping me out, hit subscribe. If you don't want to, that's completely fine. But if that's all I had to say, I guess I'll see you in the next video. See you later. I really hope this mic is good.